All right, let's go ahead and get things started for today, shall we? Got some things I need to go ahead and turn on real quick. Let's get Sinai running so I can turn on Tracker and have them doing their thing.
Reticulating splines.
Yeah,
Hello
that.
chat. Auto tracker online. Great, now I have more work to do. How ya doing, Simpico?
The splines must be reticulated.
Greetings, Batbrain55.
Yes.
Greetings, Silver Ice 376. Nice to see you, Gamer 0. How ya doing, Jinder AG? Hello, Gothic Fox 2099. Hello, Sleepy Teal Coder. Hey, Jordan Kitty. Hi, Death Warrior 17.
I
Hey,
mean,
what the puck PT?
reticulating
Hey, Rocket
splines
Blade.
was less of a
How ya doing,
SimCity
CM
thing
Prep?
and more just Maxis in
Nice
general.
to see you, Gameface 252. How ya doing, Zaphod Beeblebrox Roman 4? Nice to see you, Seenp.
Yep, indeed. Still Roman 4. You really have to specify that, huh, Tracker? Gotta specify that it's a Roman numeral. Crazy.
Hi, Sol Aaron.
Well, in that case, Tracker, what do you think of
Good to see you,
intravenous
Bacanando.
drips? Like at the hospital.
Hey, S. Kennedy.
Skinnerdy? Oh, well, it's better than Skinner Disser. Hey, Tracker, how are you? Hey, Tracker,
Greetings,
how are you?
Cavalier. I'm doing alright watching you put people to sleep with this so-called hashtag content.
Look, I'm just getting started. You shut your mouth. The content has only begun, Tracker.
Greetings, Evil Chbrian.
I can play some elevator music, that would assist.
How ya doing, Ringleson? Time to get to work.
I have acquired
How
not
you
one
doing, G-Hole?
link, but 2 links.
How ya doing, Ketchup Gatorade? Nice to see you, D-Bomb Gaming.
Alright, let's see what sort of nonsense is going to start us off this time. Negative.
Good to see you, Shadigo.
There's something at least a little bit silly about Madeline's sprite still not having a face, but it's a little bit larger like this. It's like there's a few more pixels, but she got a face this
Mark
time.
Thieves Town as Green Pendant.
Oh, nice.
Upgraded hands by 1 step. I thought that Adam had no plans to authorize the use of these. Tracking Tower of Here map.
Okay, sure.
You can now poke things. 7 items left in Hyrule Castle.
Just the death animation. Oh, hey, nice.
Good job on getting the Meridia boss
Oh,
keycard.
hey, less nice.
6 items
hey,
left
nice.
in Hyrule Castle. 5 items left in Hyrule Castle. 4 treasures left. Tracked the Thieves' Town Big Key and the Grappling Beam. Toggled Desert Palace Key on.
God, it's one of those sprites where the head moves violently during running. No! Explosions. Alright, so I believe that was blue tier. Not very useful. Let's go for red tier then.
Good job on getting a Palace of Darkness key. Increased survivability by 1 step.
Yeah, actually kind of seems odd for Madeline to not have a face. I know it's true to the original sprite from Celeste, but the original sprite from Celeste is teeny tiny. Okay, maybe it was still red tier. Either that or the damage I took before starting the enemies counted. Either way, green rupees, not useful. Nah, I've only ever really played the original Lemmings. Who gave Madeline a sword? A priest.
If you got hit less, you wouldn't need these. 3 items left in Hyrule Castle. Hello Pyrolite. Nice to see you, delicious meat.
Oh boy,
Mark
that's
off the
exactly the
castle
type of key I'm
tower
looking
key.
for.
2 treasures left.
Man, my sheer lack of resources is gonna make me have to go to Kakariko Village early. Green Guard, it's not your turn yet. Get lost. Alright, now
Miss
it's your
Remire
turn.
key is now yours. 1 more to go in here. Rip Castle Guard. It's time to get serious.
Don't. I can see fine, it's fine. Everything is totally fine. An actual bomb! Okay, seriously. Snakes, get off the dang staircase. Let me in! Oh, nice! I'll take that.
Good job on getting the nice rod. That's the last of them.
Hey, game, you want to do me a favor and give me a bomb? Hmm? Nice. Oh, vanilla crab too? Damn! Where's all my resources? I need bombs! And money! Man, at least I'm good at magic now, I guess.
Marking off the Desert Palace map. 2 whole tanks of energy. Wow. Toggling
Oh,
Misery Mire
nice.
key on.
That's a good
Trapped an
find.
energy tank, but worse in the Danger Blender. Desert Palace is now crystal. Mark Tower of Hera as time-wasting pendant.
Will it blend? That's the question.
Picked
Getting
up
a
new
lot of
Palace
small
of Darkness
keys, to
keys.
say the least. Yeah, it's calling back to like what? 2009 or so? 2009, 2010? It's been a while. Street bat smoke. Don't breathe this, etc.
Oh. Neat. Wow. Reserve tanks.
God.
Fine. I'll just not give you the flippers next see.
Very
This might be
expressive today,
useful
aren't you, Tracker?
if you didn't find sticks everywhere. That was an easy peek at least. Making a note that energetic tank is at Lake Hylia Island.
Sometimes I forget that YouTube even existed before 2007. Nice.
Toggled plasma beam on. Don't you need the flippers to get to Hobo?
Hey, I need a bomb! I need a bomb! Okay, there we go. I certainly remember those 10-minute time limits on videos. I had to actually work around those for the longest time. I got 10 minutes and 59 seconds and not a second more.
Toggling Turtle Rock map on.
It's very funny to think back to those days and then now where you can have like 12-hour videos. Yeah, I remember annotations. It's a shame about those. It's a good thing I started doing my own custom annotations at some point. Otherwise, I'd have even more videos lost to time.
Go shoot one at Fantoon. He loves them.
Nah, speedrunning happened before there even was YouTube. Speedrunning's been existing pretty much since the days of forums. Yeah, just straight up feature-length movies on YouTube these days. A shocking number of things about just topics that you wouldn't have any idea about, but end up being pretty interesting to listen to.
Tracking magic powder.
Like all about that fella whose mother is very proud.
Good job on getting the wrecked ship boss keycard.
Whoa, we actually have like
Greetings,
a couple of
Phase.
boss keys before Crocomires for a change. It's illegal.
Good to see you, Shopek boy.
Okay, surely, the green tier is gonna be something better, right?
Hi again, Jordan Kitty.
It really wasn't. Hey, the bombs are nice though. Bombs?
That's a relief, I'm sure. Making a note that 50 rupees is at Lumberjack Ledge.
Hey, tracker, clear that marked location.
Cleared Lumberjack Ledge.
Okay, red tier is actually red tier. Good, good. We have all we need. We got bombs, we got magic, and we got money. And we got another boss key.
Tracked criteria boss keycard.
God damn, 3 boss keys and still none of them are crocodile. It's some kind of miracle. And even more money. Money, 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 money.
This is like some serious potion money.
I mean, this he's giving me some things that'll help later on, but it's not giving me a lot of early tools just yet. A lot of this stuff is very late tools, so stuff like the ice rod and whatnot. Which makes me wonder, what's coming up next?
Marked off the ether. It's morphin time. Turtle Rock key is now yours.
House of
Tracking Moon
Orbs!
Pearl. Tracked Thieves Town key.
I don't think I have both of the Thieves Town tools already. But I don't want to go to Thieves Town, it's just a lame pendant. Nah.
Marking off another Turtle Rock key.
I have a ton of small keys this already, so that's kind of interesting. And 3 reserve
Yay.
tanks.
More energy tanks but worse. Tracking Eastern Palace map.
That is my
I hope you
first
don't miss with these
standard
missiles.
missile.
That's some nice couch cash.
We have no ammo. It's a good thing I have the screw attack.
Eastern Palace is now crystal. Hey Mad Magi.
Hell yeah!
Marking off the Eastern Palace big key. Gravity suit is now yours.
Oh, what have we got here? Yep, yeah, that checks out, Dragon Cat Man. It's so teeny tiny.
Marking off the Turtle Rock big key.
I'm gonna climb a mountain. I wouldn't stand a chance. Maybe if I learned to air dash. That was always the thing with the Celeste sprites, is the
Hopefully
being
the
so
boots are
teeny
not too
tiny.
hard to find. Making a note that Flippers is at library. Tracked Zora's Flippers.
They just get
Did
bare
you grab the
essentials.
book I had on
This still looks
reserve?
kinda nice. Session Quest 64 music? No. It was actually used in the Pokemon Black and White sound font. Like I said, a lot of later tools.
Tracking Cane of Somaria.
Well, I guess we can go to Super Metroid for a little bit. I can get up to the mountain. I don't have a lot of tools to work with, but I got some. I have one of each ammo type. It's just gonna have to do.
Marked off the Palace of Darkness big key. Didn't you see the no trespassing sign?
3, 2, 1, go!
Thank you, Billy.
Good job on annihilating Bomb Torzo.
Little fellas, I need soups! I need soup! The sheer lack of, well, everything is gonna make this kind of difficult. Okay, got no bombs. I barely have, well, anything to work with here. But I got both suits!
Marked off the Varia suit. Marked level 1 keycard at Gauntlet Shaft right. Making a note that Zelda Bombs is at that spot on the left side after the gauntlet.
Good old Link Stack! He always knows what to do. Alright, so I need to get this, and I need an ammo refill, so we're actually gonna go in here real quick. Oh hey, another sword!
You just had to get these items
Don't
early,
mind if I
didn't
do.
you? Another one.
Oh good,
But I
some more
thought
ammo.
you needed the super speedy boots to get to that spot in the wall in the room behind the room after you used the speed booster in Green Bryn Star? Didn't you see the no trespassing sign? Now don't do that again. You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry.
That was
Tracked
very
a super
specific,
missile,
Tracker,
a
very
20
specific.
rupees, and an Ice Palace key. Your progressive sword leveled up. Don't you need the morph ball bombs to get to that spot you get to when failing the mock ball in Green Bryn Star?
What's this right? It's Link to the past!
Hey Ascorian.
What? That's literally what it's called! Don't boo me! Boo the person that put it together!
You now have 2 big 20s. Out of like 5,000. Hey Dr. Smasher. Was it still beating when you found it? You could have just waited to get that, you know. Quake is now yours.
Really some more
More
power
missiles.
bombs.
Now don't do that again. You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry.
Just a moment, I need to refill on my power bombs. Which means we're gonna go up here. The the sheer lack of explosives is just unfortunate.
How ya doin' ceiling D? Greetings Black Dragon.
Oh, hey, a mirror! Don't mind if I do.
Toggled magical mirror on.
Ah, a theme of good luck rolls.
Added another 20 rupees to the stash. But how did you get to power bomb wall?
Why do I have
Further
both
no.
Castle Tower small keys
One
already?
without of powerful bombs? Tracking Castle
That's
Tower
concerning.
key.
Now, thankfully, one of them is out of logic, since it would require the Hyrule Castle small key, but still.
Norfair level 2 keycard is now yours.
And then you turn around, and the nail somehow taking out your entire Neotype with just a little infantry unit. And everybody's sad!
Neat. A whole quarter
So
of a
that crouching
heart.
sprite?
Of course this location would have a shitty item.
It's the bottom link getting a bit tired of his current situation. Oh, it's not the first time where Lynx have performed totem tactics. It runs in the bloodline. I have so few bombs that this section's actually considered out of logic, which is kind of funny. But we really are in a bit of a desperate state when it comes to power bomb ammo.
You now have 210 arrows.
A few more soups at least.
You must construct additional heart containers. You could have just waited to get that, you know.
I mean, I kind
Marked
of,
off a super missile.
but I kind of need more soup. Yeah, it's complaining because we only have 5 power bombs. I do have the switch on that tries to guarantee having 10 power bombs for these segments. But every now and then the screw attack comes up and messes with that. Just to have a giggle.
You now have 420 rupees. Har. That's the funny number. But how did you get to the Kozo room after the dark room with all the spikes without a powerful bombs?
So it's just almost like really 100 biddies. You know, that's spin a little bit more for us today. No real obligation, but it is one of those things where I always say to people, if you get support, that's cool. If not, even just watching is its own form of support. Treatment is very much a numbers game, as it is.
They say that her broken heart is right twice a day. Or something like that. Don't you need the morph ball bombs to get to the Kozo room above the entrance to Meridaya in Red Bryn Star?
Alright, we can make it all the way to the mountain. Technically speaking, I can do a lot of things right now. It'd be kind of awkward though, I'd have to do a series of awkward jumps. But I kind of want to. There would be quite a few items. Yeah, Tracker wants all this stuff.
Key.
Logically, he wants you to have 2 sets of power bombs, so there's gonna be another one in Eastern Palace to make up for that. It's just to try to make it so the game places at least 2
magic.
early power bombs. Because being at 5 power bombs really, really sucks. Oh god, well, there's the Hyrule Castle small key! Oh god. I think with the 55 months. You know, that's spin it a little bit more for us today. As, looks like we have ourselves a lamp away from being able to go do Aga. It's not ideal. I'd much rather see a hammer. Nice.
What
Finally,
are you going to destroy
another
with
power
these?
bomb.
How did you get to lava room, submerged in wall without the hello jump boots?
Yeah, this is still considered analogic because I'm supposed to be able to jump good. That's fine. I'll jump good in a different fashion. By jumping good. Alas, Lumberjack Ledge was just $50. No hammer there this time. Ah, good.
Even more explosive
Ammo.
hamburgers.
Yeah, it's part of the more casual difficulty in Randomizer, where it actually considers the difficulty of certain wall jumps in terms of logic. That way, if you're fairly new to the game, it won't be as brutal as what the other one may actually ask of you. Especially with how finicky this game's wall jumping
is almost a working one, I think. Marking off an energy tank.
Ooh. We'll see if there's any lying hints this week. Hopefully not, but
Toggle
we'll
Palace
see.
of Darkness map on. You stumbled upon more missiles.
This even ammo distribution is certainly something. Brain's combining words on me before I actually say them both. I was trying to say even ammo and I just said
as good
Igbo
as the
instead.
sanctuary part and only 4 times as annoying to get.
Or if I did the other thing where I mess up the syllables between words, it'd be emo
Burn to the ground. Burn to
Evo
the ground.
Avon.
Burn to the ground. Burn. Will. Marking off an energetic tank.
You call that a woo, Tracker? You call that a woo? It's much more like woo! Burn! That's a pretty worthwhile trip. Bit of a shame I had to walk back the hard way, but I don't feel like doing gate clips with so little ammo. I may as well at least take a look to see whether or not this is important.
Marked
That is
50
not-
rupees at the room with the item beyond a super missile gate you can peek at an upper Norfair.
Thanks for the 100 bitties, Evil's Prime. That was the air escaping. Oh my god. Yeah, if it's truly heinous voice acting for the X series, it comes from X7. Are you ready for round 2?
Tracked Brinstar level 1 keycard. That was kind of you to help that old man when you couldn't see.
I mean, my favorite bit of X7 from having watched it once is still just how casual Sigma has gotten with the X-Hunters by then. Instead of the usual annoyance he expresses towards them, they show up and he just hits them with the, "Hey fellas."
Writing down level 2 keycard at Spectacle Rock.
Just super casual. Oh, great. Exactly what I wanted to see.
I bet you wish you had seen that hint tile sooner. Toggled lamp on.
Although, I do have the mirror, so I could do shenanigans. Okay, so the lamp location. Getting to Death Mountain from Super Metroid was actually in logic, since I didn't need any bombs to get from Criteria to, where the warp point is. Crazy as that is. Excellent!
Palace of Darkness is now crystal. Turtle Rock is now crystal. Marked off the Meridai level 2 keycard.
Yeah, the two games combined together results in some interesting routing here and there, such as going backwards through Lower Norfair to get to Crocomire. God, that scene was still absurd.
You stumbled upon more heart pieces. 5 treasures left. Marked heart piece at Hopton Room.
Hey, Tracker, clear that hint tile.
Cleared Hopton Room. 4 treasures left. Tracking Ice Palace Big Key.
Little too far. It's just a little bit of break in the game. It's still good. It's still good. Don't mind the void grass.
Marked off the criteria level 1 keycard.
Why are the graphics bugged here? You know, reasons. Oh my god, the trees! Okay, it's fine. Holy shit! You know what? I think I should probably get out of here.
More
Money,
Palace
money,
of
money.
Darkness keys. 1 more to go in
Oh,
here.
let's carry on. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the support. And yeah, people seem to appreciate the content, which makes me happy. Just doing this here thing that I do. Just keep me chugging along. Ah!
Increasing collection of 3. That's everything in Castle Tower.
There, now it's like we did argue, right? I mean, the world's back to normal, so everything's fine! That's extremely important, very
Good
nice.
job on getting the bow and arrow. How you doing, Rocker 0057?
There's an extremely high chance that anyone was required for Dark World access, yes. Alright, now that I have the big key and the bow, I might as well do Eastern Palace first out of these 2 dungeons. Oh yeah! Okay, there's the bombs
Good
that are
job
supposed
on
to fix
getting the
everything.
IBJ device. 5 items left in Eastern Palace. Track Thieves Town map. 4 items left in Eastern Palace.
Man! I generally like playing as Andy. Both for the music and just, you know, hyper upgrades real good. Nice and cozy character. Why do I have all the reserve
Tossed
tanks
another
already?
reserve tank onto the pile. 3 items left in Eastern Palace. Toggling Skullwoods map on.
Can't wait for Skullwoods to be
2
the third
items
pendant.
left in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, Andy's perfectly fine. Like, he's hilariously average, which just makes the fact that he's supposed to be, like, the beginner character all that much better. He is Joe Average in every way. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's very much a Super CO power on a stick, but I mean, there's a lot of COs like that, so
Toggling Charge Beam on.
he's in good
1
company.
item left in Eastern Palace.
Looking at you, Rachel. God, Sensei doesn't even need his superpower. If he's popping that on you, there's other problems. God, Sensei. Jesus. His standard one, though. Oh, God, it's just infantry everywhere. Infinite meat shields. He came up to every retirement home and said, let's kick some ass! And everybody showed up. Oh, it's that bird! Bird's taking all the credit again.
You need some of these, right? That's the last of them.
Look, Hachi at least has the
Marmot
excuse
nuts.
of being a secret character. You had to go through heaven and hell. Well, mostly hell. To unlock him.
Toggle
Well,
hammer
then.
on.
That
13
changes
treasures
things.
left.
So yeah, this is definitely an Agaseed. Duaga, grab the hammer out of pod. You now have Dark World access. We wish I had one more key all of a sudden.
What a clutch hint.
But I don't drink coffee.
Wow, more sticks. Cool. 12 treasures left. 11 treasures left. Tracking 20 rupees.
Alright,
Marked
that's
off the lower Norfair level 1 keycard.
it's one of the two keys
10
I need to reach
treasures
Ridley.
left.
That's not a bomb! That's not a bomb at all! Just asserting dominance on the bridge real quick.
Added another Turtle Rock key to the stash. 9
I
items
have
left
every
in
Turtle
Palace of
Rock
Darkness.
I can full clear Turtle Rock the moment I get Titan's bits. What the hell?
Can you even eat that many birds? 8 items left in Palace of Darkness. 7 items left in Palace of Darkness. Good to see you, Fanaryu. You had to be told how to carry more sticks? Twice. Be sure to use these wisely. 6 treasures left. You stumbled upon more missiles. 5 items left in Palace of Darkness. Found more 20 rupees. 4 items left in Palace of Darkness.
Gonna have to go around here a couple more times.
Fresh meat.
Ah, dick.
Too easy for him.
Yeah, and that dream stick within 55 months at tier 3. Getting that big old support for all this time, keeping Jonathan spinning away. So we're gonna have to leave one chest in here because I am one key short of being able to full clear the place, which is very annoying. But that do be how it is sometimes.
Marking off another 20 rupees. 3 items left in Palace of Darkness. Is it time to get scammed by Zora? 2 treasures left.
Never super fond of going for triple mimic strats, but kind of in the situation where I need to. Because I do actually want to finish this dungeon. There's a lot of places I can go after this. It's just a matter of which one do I want to take.
How you doing, Curtis Wildcat?
I obviously need to go up by Pod, so it'd be a good place to start. Not Pod. Thieves Town, so it'd be a good place to start. And I do at least have to be kind of careful when it comes to Randomizer King. I can die in 3 hits, which makes that one hit I just took from the turtles a bit annoying. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This time the king had it his way. You've died 2 times.
Why didn't that kill him? That was enough damage. Bit upset about that one. Well, it's less the orphaning the jacket more. I literally need the crystal, so... I mean, this really isn't a choice. I need this to finish the game, so, like, of course I'm gonna finish it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just go safety strats if he's gonna wiggle around like a pest.
I already said hi to you, Ceiling D.
But the safe way of doing that.
Nice to see you, Ultra Cool Guy 48. Hello, Juke Firebird.
I can do safety strats, but doesn't mean I'll like doing them.
Yay. More hard pieces. One more to go in here. Sig kill Helmasaur King. Skill Woods is now blue crystal. Hello, Nicolaus Ream.
Definitely feels weird to have Eastern and Pond done as my first 2 dungeons, but that's just how it be sometimes.
Another one. Marking off a Skullwoods key. I'm sure you're excited to get that.
Wow. Useless as ever.
Tracked a 20 rupees and a big 20.
You never cease to disappoint. Oh, cave of unrelenting disappointment. I want to go to Meridian, but not quite yet. A bit early.
Cool. More E-tanks. That was pretty simple.
Ah, what's been waiting over here this whole time?
Making a note that boss keycard is at Zora's Ledge.
A boss key? Don't mind if I do. What are you selling? I'll buy that at a high price, stranger.
Good job on getting the mushroom. Tracked Brinstar boss keycard.
Oh, hey! I can beat upgrade nice and early for a change. Alright, let's go ahead and get Thieves Town out of the way. And, like, all the other stuff in this general region. Yeah, this really is such an Aga scene. Get the stuff for Aga, go to Aga for Darkhold access, go into Palace of Darkness. It gets you a way to cross over to the west side so you don't go to Skullwoods and Thieves Town. Excellent!
Even more
Goofy
missiles.
little Soul Blazer song.
7 treasures left.
That Mega Man X pace is putting in work! Really, this isn't exactly fantastic gear for Mafia as well, but half magic fire rod's enough to play it safe.
Sweet. 6 items left in Skull Woods.
Bad RNG happening as usual, though. Fine, I'll go around the regular way so I can get my heart. Ow! Yeah, take that, Mini Moldorm! Definitely had that coming.
High Langriel.
Okay, you want to camp up top, do ya? Then burn! Burn!
Added another energy tank to the stash. 5 items left in Skill Woods. Marked Mothula as defeated. Nice to see you, Yorpa Cat.
Alright, what about the rest of Skull Woods?
Found more explosive arrows. 4 treasures left.
Kind of a really rare instance for me to be over here for the first time and have both the big key and the fire
Another
rod
one.
and, well,
3
and a
items
sword.
left in Skill Woods. Toggled Cane of Burna on. 2 items left in Skill Woods. Tracking Blue Boomerang. 1 item left in Skull Woods.
Alright, all
Added more
done in
Skull
here!
Woods keys. That's everything in Skill Woods. Marked Super Missile, at Bumper Cave Ledge.
Ah, fuck it. God, I hate doing this to the right.
Added
we go.
more supers. Unexpected item in bagging area.
I just want a bit more soup, that's all. Just a little more soup. We just had to climb a mountain real quick. It's fine, it's fine.
Blue P. Maybe you should see a doctor.
The reason why those are so much more annoying to do to the right than the left is, when you're doing it to the right, you only move 1 pixel at a time. When you're doing it to the left, you move 2 pixels at a time. It requires only half as many successful inputs.
Added more missiles.
I'd probably be a bit more excited for the new beat-em-up if it wasn't Marvel. Simple fact of the matter is Marvel for saturation has been so intense that I just have a hard time having literally any interest at all to anything they have properties attached to at this point.
Even more superb missiles. You stumbled upon more powerful
I mean, it's been in love with
bombs.
Marvel full stop for the past, like, 10 years at this point. It's getting completely out of hand.
Yay. More 20 rupees. 7 items left in Thieves' Town.
Mario Kart World? I mean, it's good overall, but the presence of the
Increasing
intermission
collection
tracks
of missiles.
just completely
6
ruins
treasures
it for
left.
me, honestly. If I only have to play 1 or 2 in an entire session, then that's fine. But if I end up starting to have to play like 3 of them in a row or more, I'm done at that point. I need to turn the game off because they're just so boring! So
How many more heart pieces do you
aggressively
need? 5
boring!
items left in Thieves' Town. Toggling Book of Medora on. 4 items left in Thieves' Town.
A Deluxe or World. 100 times over World. A Deluxe is pretty damn far down on my list when it comes to games in the series. And not entirely just because of how screwed over Wii U owners got. But that's definitely a factor.
Recorded that hint tile.
Yeah, that's the problem. The open world adds nothing. Other than the free roam being kind of nice sometimes, I guess. But in terms of what it did to the actual game design, it's nothing but negatives. It's nice to have a free roam lobby, although it would be nicer if you could actually do the P-Switch missions. But no.
Upgraded shirt by 1 step. 3 items left in Thieves' Town.
I like the carnage of the 24 people lobbies, but thanks to Nintendo's terrible matchmaking, you almost never get 24 people lobbies because they don't know how to combine partial lobbies together, and that's been a problem forever. Splatoon was the other time where this was a major issue. You say you get all these half lobbies trying to form together, and it wouldn't be able to actually make a full lobby. At least that was my experience with Splatoon 2. I didn't actually, play 3 online, so I don't have anything to go by for that one.
What a good bee. 2 items left in Thieves Town.
There's no way to play a traditional Grand Prix mode. They force you to do the intermissions, which are more, I guess, fun.
Enough pieces for 2 full hearts. Wow.
Oh yeah, the intermissions
One
also
more to
bring
go
out
in
another
here.
major problem. Sandbagging is even more effective than it's ever been. They tried to nerf it, but because of the 24-person structure and the stupid intermissions with their gigantic mushroom shortcuts, it's just better than ever now. It's an interesting conflict because they added in this whole trick and wall ride and whatnot system to increase the skill ceiling, and then they made most of the tracks in the game a straight line to plummet any skill ceiling down into the dirt. It's like, which is it, Nintendo? Do you want people to be more skilled or less skilled?
Toggled itty bitty titty on. That's everything in Thieves Town. Can we go to Peg World? Congratulations on beating off Blind.
Also, yeah, the netcode still sucks ass. I have gigabit internet, and that damn thing's plugged into a LAN cable. And thanks to them using peer-to-peer, I still get to experience such things as the entire lobby's worth of people teleporting.
More energetic tanks.
The worst one is when you're trying to not get hit, because you're in a race with 24 people, and getting hit once means getting hit 7 times in reality. And you just have somebody who has like shells surrounding them, twitching all over the track because of lag. Good frickin' luck coming out of that in one piece. It's like, how am I supposed to avoid this person when they're everywhere and nowhere on the road at the same time? Yeah, there's chaos, and then there's chaos introduced because Nintendo's netcode still frickin' sucks.
Have you been using them?
If it felt like I could actually, manage to avoid something by looking at what's happening and reacting accordingly, then, that would feel kind of rewarding. But I can't react to somebody who's literally twitching around the entire section of the course. That's just rolling the dice. Yeah, I'm sure it still works fine in Japan, because guess what? I get into a lobby and it pairs me up with a bunch of people from Japan. And I can't help but notice that the people that keep on leaving are the ones that were from Japan. As they probably just tried to go pair up with mostly people from Japan in order for the netcode to actually work. Because they probably don't like that I'd be looking like I was lagging all over the place either.
How many more heart containers do you need?
Well, considering it can barely fill lobbies with worldwide matchmaking, imagine how empty it would be with global matchmaking. I mean, with regional.
Pop pop. Pop a pop. Pop a pop a pop. Pop a pop a pop pop.
And they charge money for this. They have the audacity to have the Plus version, which is genuinely expensive for this garbage.
Found more explosive hamburgers. I want a refund. toggled peg world mode off.
How about that Mario Kart 64 decomp? Hells yeah! Maybe somebody can finally make it to rubber bands less aggressively. Oh.
Another one. Picked up more bombs.
Nah, they're gonna keep doing their own thing. That's just one of the things with Nintendo, is they'll constantly march to the beat of their own drum, for better and for worse. For better, because it means we actually get some variety in terms of games being made these days from the major players. For worse, because it means they get to keep all the usual
Another
problems.
More 20 rupees. Making a note that energy tank is at Desert Ledge.
Yep, and the Switch 2 sold like hotcakes, so I mean, they have no incentive to change anything. It's like I said, this is my job, so I'm pretty much stuck buying it. But that doesn't mean anybody else needs to. It allows me to show all the different ways in which things are ugly on top of, you know, being pretty cool. It annoys me because, like, mechanically, Mario Kart World is by far the most satisfying one in the series. And it's not even
Yay.
close.
More missiles.
It just constantly
5
has
items left in
to have
Desert
a whole
Palace.
bunch of modern video game problems slapped onto it.
Cool.
That mostly
More
stems
powerful
from
bombs.
open
More
world
treasures left.
design! Wow! Who would have guessed that trying to make everything open world continues to be a universally negative experience? It's almost like I've been saying this for 10 years!
We now have 10 pieces of heart. 3 treasures left.
Might be losing my mind somewhat, a little bit. Might be somewhat mad. Hey Tracker, clear a Desert Palace torch.
Cleared torch. 2 treasures left.
Yeah, one game got overwhelmed, right? Freaking Elden Ring! And they had to work so goddamn hard to actually make each section of the world feel interesting. That's the problem with open world. If you actually want one that works well, you have to work your goddamn ass off for a worrying amount of
How are
time that
you
turns
even
it into a
storing this many
massive
energy
financial
tanks?
risk. I mean, even when I finished Hollow Knight, I said the game was too big. But I liked it, but it's too big. I mean, the old Borderlands games are already pretty much open world. They were one step away from being roguelike games, more or less.
cool. More 20 rupees.
I mean, what is most of the problems stem from with Monster Hunter Wilds? From it being an open world design! Because they refuse to have loading screens here and there.
That island makes no sense. Writing down missile at floating island.
I like Wilds. I look forward to having more stuff in it eventually, but for now, as a package,
Quake is now known for Turtle Rock.
It is pretty funny to me, though, that I think I'm actually having a smoother experience on Linux than Windows users when it comes to Wilds.
A bit too late for that hint tile now. Hi.
I haven't gotten the 1.0 outfit yet. The friend and I are gonna do the weeklies and whatnot tonight, so we'll probably pick it up then. Oh, sweet.
Toggling space jump on. 11 treasures left. I hear it's time to dig underwater and maybe get something.
Wilds did come out early. They wanted to get it for the Q1 sales projections because, you know, shareholders. And as a result, some stuff that really should have been in the base game, such as the arena and the gathering hub, weren't done yet. Oh yeah, and the game running like ass. And being a crashy mess for a lot of people.
Marking off the Ganon's tower key. 10 items left in Tortoise Rock. 9 items left in Tortoise Rock. Tracking Magic Cape.
It's like, dear developers, if your game requires frame generation to get even somewhat okay frame rates on half-decent hardware, stop! Yeah, people have been really mad at it lately. I guess something really happened on the Windows end, because the game hasn't changed on my end at all. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say the most recent patch really screwed up a lot of Windows players. I mean, I don't mind the game having ray tracing, just as long as it's not mandatory. You finally did the switch over to Arch there, Matt? I've been thinking about it, but, like, Mint's been working fine, so I don't feel super compelled right now.
Even more explosive arrows. 7 treasures left.
Yeah, sounds about right. Game crashing on a 4060, it did a lot of crashing up until the most recent patch for me. Now, how is it to use links? It is an investment of your time. You need to be comfortable with doing some more nitty-gritty stuff on your computer if you're gonna switch to Linux at any point. Strawberry. That's what the bunny sprite is. Yeah, there's growing pains with switching it. I mean, switching to any operating system's gonna have growing pains. Mint is very good for just the most basic stuff. You wanna, like, pop on Steam and play a couple of games, or you wanna, like, browse the internet, check your email and whatnot. Super easy. No problem. You want to use OBS? Oh, that's where things get a little bit sillier. You want a
Increasing
V2?
selection of 80.
Oh, baby, is that ever a pain in the ass? I don't have hands still.
Added more heart pieces. 6 treasures left.
Yeah, it's one of those things. For the basics, Mint is just as simple as anything else. There's literally a software browser where you're like, give me this thing, and it pops up, and you install that thing, and you then have that program. Couldn't be simpler.
Increasing collection of powerful bombs.
It's whenever you need
items left
something
in
more
Turtle
niche,
Rock.
that's where everything starts to get into, don't be afraid of the terminal, use the terminal. Do not be afraid of the command prompt. It is there to help you. No, yeah, they'll definitely be fixed all right. You won't have to worry about them anymore after that.
So many 20 rupees. 4 treasures left.
Ah.
3 treasures left. Bacon.
Oh, sure,
Your
okay.
progressive sword grows stronger. 2 treasures left. So many heart containers. 1 more to go in here.
So, Turok had the cape and 2 swords. So, needless to say, we definitely absolutely needed to get those specific 2 swords for AGA access today. Yeah, that's just it. Linux has its own headaches, but they're just a whole lot less baffling than the headaches I got from using Windows for very long. Hey Tracker, I defeated Trinex without taking damage.
Someone is trying extra hard today. Tracked content. Don't let it get to your head. Sig term Trinix.
I mean, the thing that
That's
ultimately got
everything
me
in
to
Turtle
switch
Rock.
over was there being
Clear
advertisements
Teenage
in Windows
Mutant Ninja
11.
Turtle Rock. 3 bombs is now yours.
I aggressively hate ads, like a lot. It's why I'm just like, if anybody says they're using an ad blocker, I'm like,
Track Misery
good.
Marking off another missile. Marked Misery Mire as pendant of pointlessness.
Oh, huh. I can't help but realize. Hey Tracker, mark remaining dungeons as red crystal.
Assigned a crystal to unmarked dungeons. Other people may want
Hey
some
Tracker,
Palace
mark
of
Swamp
Darkness
Palace
keys
as
too,
red crystal.
You know.
Hey Tracker, mark Swamp Palace as red crystal.
Mark Swamp Palace as red
Hey
crystal.
Tracker, mark Ice Palace as red crystal.
Ice Palace is now red crystal.
To be fair, how often are you gonna end up in a situation where you don't know 2 things and it just happens to be the ones that are the 5 and 6 crystals? So I actually heard people use ad blocker. I mean,
More missiles.
theoretically, some people would
I
get
hope
less
you
income.
didn't blind grab
Like
that.
myself, for example. But with how aggressive and numerous ads are, I'm not exactly about to get after somebody for using an ad blocker. It's like when I turn that shit off, no! So I'm not about to ask somebody else to do so. I don't want to get 3 minutes of ads every 10 minutes, thank you very much. That's why I stopped watching cable TV. Maybe if ads still had, like, literally any fun in them anymore, it wouldn't be as bad. But they're so stupid, so by committee in terms of design. It's so insufferable.
Marked off a tower of hierarchy. Good job on getting a missile.
I remember back in the day, in the 90s, commercials are fun.
Picked up more superb missiles.
They didn't have statistics and
Death is now
whatnot
a
yet to
little
really
harder to
measure them.
achieve.
So they just tried to make
Marking
them
off a
something
hard
that was
container.
memorable.
Tracked an E-tank and a power bomb.
Well, mostly there was also the gross out ads of the 90s. It was a strange time. I seriously have 50 power bombs? Damn. It's a bit of a contrast from a bit ago, huh? Ah, the Where's the Beef commercial. Where's the beef? Man, if
You
they were
stumbled upon more 20 rupees.
if they were complaining about shrinkflation in fast food back then, imagine what it's like now. God, the ads were so stupid, but like in an endearing sort of way. Now it's just all the same crap. If you've watched a car commercial in this era, you've watched them all. Ah, look at our sleek, cool car, doing sleek, cool car things. Ooh, look at it drive along this road here, yeah. Oh, doesn't it feel nice? It's a car. Look at it from all these angles with the shiny lights. Ooh, we're gonna get our driver to do a fancy turn that you're not supposed to be able to do on the road, because that's the sort of thing that gets you arrested. But it's a car. Oh god, the pharmaceutical ones, those are always kind of funny though, just because of all the legalese they have to
Toggled
jam in
silver
right at
arrows
the end
on.
to avoid getting in trouble.
7 treasures left.
Here's all this way that this medicine could possibly enrich your life in amazing, impossibly effective ways. And now we need to spend 2 minutes spelling out the enormous amount of possible side effects, and I should definitely talk to your doctor and make sure you go get our drug. Back when I watched The Price is Right when I was much younger, and yeah, Bob Barker was still there. That was always the show for the pharmaceutical ad spam. And let me tell you, those ads haven't really changed.
That was an okay icebreaker.
They were that way back then, they're that way now.
What did you want to be when you grew up? 6 treasures left. Now don't do that again. You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry. Set status to Sigma.
What, you think I'm some kind of young whippersnapper? I constantly refer to myself as being fairly old for this website.
At least this is some decent money. 5 items left in Ice Palace. So many E-tanks. 4 items left in Ice Palace.
Ah, the Chia Pet commercial. The one that caused me to start saying, bombos. Theories isn't technically old, no, but when it comes to the online space and how fast it progresses on to the next obsession. Mid to late 30s is definitely the point where you're really starting to feel the out-of-touchness.
So many heart pieces. 3 items left in Frigid Palace.
Where you really start to feel that effect that every generation does eventually of these dang kids these days. Oh my god, the old 80s infomercials where people are just doing the dumbest shit.
Added more 20 rupees.
See, the funny thing
2
is,
items left
a
in
lot
Ice
of those
Palace.
colossal failures of basic functionality of human beings in those old 80s infomercials.
1 item left in Frigid Palace.
Nowadays, those are just things that happen. Intelligence as a concept has been struggling. I mean, it's not even just a generational thing. There's a lot of people from my own age group and above that are also... technology has really whittled away at any sense of brain.
You can stop picking up +5 arrow capacities any day now. That's everything in Frigid Palace. Sig term cold stare.
Nothing will enlighten you to the very questionable state of a lot of human brains. Quite like working any sort of service industry for an extended period of time. And for me, that was years ago at this point. I can only imagine what it's like now. Yeah, I know it's still bad, but it's more of a question of how much worse is it?
Did you seriously need 3 of these?
Where to go? Like, I can't do much in Lower North here. I should probably go to Meridia. We were already in Hype Cave. It had a Skullwood small key. Not very exciting. But yes, I'm definitely at the kids these days. God dang it. Ugh. I'm very glad I never got into, like, the short form content type of thing. It's like, I quite like still having a good attention span, thank you very much. Well, it's not YouTube Shorts so much, it's just... I mean, let's be fair, it started with TikTok. Well, technically it started with Vine, but that only caught on so much. TikTok is where it really exploded.
Tracked Meridi level 1 keycard.
Well, glad I'm on the way to Meridia. I don't have an account on TikTok, I've never gone to TikTok, and I don't think I'm changing that anytime soon. I'll stick to my 30 to 40 minute videos, thanks. It's actually kind of funny. Sometimes I'll just whip out random trivia and whatnot whenever it comes up as relevant in a
Who
conversation.
knows? Maybe you could get some heart containers or E-tanks there so you don't
And people
die.
will constantly ask, it's like, where did you hear about all that? I'm like, oh, I saw a video that was a nice talking about this sort of thing. It seemed interesting, so I checked it out, and it was interesting. I like to learn when I'm online because I'm a nerd.
Marking off the wave beam.
I mean, something like TikTok could be fine if moderation was ever like, and by moderation I mean use in moderation, was ever a bit of a thing, but unfortunately it is designed to hook people and it does a very good job. It's pretty much pulling at people the same way as any other addiction.
Toggle dragon on. Did you microwave her? Another one.
Actually, you know what? This feeds back into Mario Kart World real quick. Just as a little extra when it comes to looking at modern, like, attention-hooking things. You know how easy it would have been in Mario Kart World for the next stage selection to have just been during the results screen of the given race? And that'd make it so much easier to keep players playing for longer periods of time. Like, that would have been the method to keep people's attention, but they didn't do it. There's a mandatory wait period between races. And you know what that does? It means that people can think about whether or not they want to keep playing, rather than just being hooked into the endless cycle.
Increasing collection of heart containers.
It's a small thing, but I'd actually call it a good thing to have the downtime so people can actually consider whether or not they want to keep playing. Because you know what would happen if you just chose immediately during the results screen? You just play another one, and then 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 it would be the end of the day?
Even more E-tanks.
But if it were one of
Didn't you
those
see the no
modern,
trespassing
like,
sign?
infinite attention
Okay,
games, they would
you have enough missiles
absolutely
now.
go for the making it super easy to go into the next race to keep you playing forever strat. And another one, and another one, and another one, and another one.
You now have 2 more Ganon's Tower keys than you started with.
Damn, here's all the Ganon's Tower stuff, I
big
guess.
key on. Everyone shut up. It's Shack Tool time.
That's been one of the ones that's been nice and easy for me, because so often I'll just be like, if we land on one more intermission track, I'm just gonna stop. And then we landed on one more intermission track, and I stopped. Wait, that's not the right one.
Fresh meat.
At this point, I'd say every single online session I've played in Mario Kart has ended with, in Mario Kart Worlds, ended with me just being like, another straight line, and then stopping because I was so bored.
How you doing, Matt Steve 79?
World may be more luck-based than ever, but I do like to feel like I have some agency.
How you doing, Lord Zeno?
Another day,
You now
another
have
shit Shack
5
Tool item.
bombs. Don't be so hard on Shack Tool. He's had a rough time lately.
Lately, he hasn't given me anything good in months, Tracker. Hey, Tracker, track Shack Tool.
I'm not really feeling it. But if you really care that much, say hey Tracker.
Hey,
would you
Tracker,
please
track
track
Shack
digging
Tool.
Toggled Shack Tool on. Remember, killing Shack Tool is bad for metrics.
Oh wait, I don't even have Speed Booster.
Mark 10 sticks at Main Street missiles.
Hey, Tracker, clear that marked location.
Cleared Main Street ceiling shine spark.
Oh yes, Curvature Beach absolutely sucks for any of the intermissions. One lap at the end of a
Track
straight
shuttle.
line road? Damn. There is
Toggled
literally
Misery Meyer, big
only
key
one
on.
way to get a good position in those ones. Sandbag. And then pop your good items right at the end. That's it. That is the only way. If you actually try to be at the front of the pack, you will just die.
You now have 35 super missiles. Is this even randomized?
Even in 8, I at least felt like I always stood a chance in my desire to try to always be at the front. But these straight line tracks are the one times where I'm just
Another
like,
one.
I don't stand a chance. There's nowhere for me to get a lead. It's just straight lines. I can't outdrive people on a straight line. They're just gonna boost, and I will die.
Tossed another missile onto the pile.
Yeah, DK Spaceport's one of the only ones of the section lap, one of the three section courses that is unaffected. Because even Mario Circuit is affected. There's a couple of intermissions where it only plays Mario Circuit 2. Which, you know, is incredibly short and has a massive mushroom shortcut at the start. So guess what? Who wins that one? Oh, right, it's the Sandbaggers! Every time! Some great game design there, guys! Nice job nerfing bagging, by the way! See, that's the funny thing. They obviously don't, because they nerfed a whole bunch of intentional bagging strategies. Like, they nerfed a ton of them. But then they actually made the track design cater to it. Bullets no longer hitting people, making it so you can't just stay on top of an item box to get two of them right away. You actually have to move off of them for them to respawn. Making the lightning a lot less effective than it used to be. Like, so many things deliberately trying to target sandbagging folks.
Toggling Swamp Palace big key
But then they
on.
made the tracks the worst case of sandbagging yet. So they kind of
Toggling
really
Desert
fucked up.
Palace big key on.
Yeah, Peach Beach is fine. No, Peach Beach is... Let me put it this way. The new original section of Peach Beach is not very interesting. Okay, that's not entirely true. The first new section's actually pretty cool. It's got a lot of alternative routes, it's got a couple of nice shortcuts here and there, some twists and turns. And then the third section's just a straight line water section. So, you know, the good with the bad.
Even more 300 rupees.
It's like custom new section 2? Cool! New section 3? Mwah. Section straight out of Double Dash? Yeah, it was better when you couldn't just drive on the water. No, this is it. Even 200cc wouldn't help. Okay, with the actual tracks, it'd be a difference, but like, with the straight lines... It's funny, if we go from 8, which was frustrating because, you know, the universe essentially got kicked in the dick, to World, which is frustrating because there's so much potential and it's so mismanaged. The game is in conflict with itself in so many facets. It's actually kind of funny. Well, admittedly, I actually do. When you do get a full lobby, I actually do feel the need for those wider courses. Even with how ridiculously wide it is, there just always seems to be somebody else behind you throwing another boomerang or shell or what have you. It's still not enough space!
Even more Ice Palace keys.
I mean, they should do some of those things, yeah, but... This is Nintendo we're talking about. They're not going to make any sort of sweeping change. Any changes will be very minor. Like, if you're lucky, we might get some kind of progress tracker for the free roam. To make it more possible to actually find everything. They might adjust the rate at which non-intermissions tracks are suggested online. That's about it. That's my full-on predictions that I see them doing, other than just new content here and there. Yeah, it doesn't have that now. You just have a number for the total number of certain types of things you've gotten. Question block panels are fine, because they're only located around where the courses are, and there's actually a tracker for those. But the P-Switch missions and the Peach Medallions, you just have a total number. You have absolutely nothing to indicate if there's anything still in the current given area. You don't have anything to help you figure out where the hell they even are. You just have to find them. And the world is massive! Yeah, completionists, don't try it. Just don't. You'll spend like 50 hours looking around a massive empty open world trying to find that last goddamn thing, and you'll cry and suffer. Oh yeah, it doesn't even tell you what the totals are, by the way. The only reason we even know what the totals are were because a couple of, like, news outlets received a copy with a completed save file. That's it. Am I still doing Lucky Random tomorrow? Probably. And the numbers ain't small either, they're quite large. I mean, the YouTubers that managed to find all the things are only because they had those articles to go off of to give them an idea of how many of something there actually is.
Toggled fan tune on.
Yeah, the idle screen can work a little bit at least, but that's only good for, like, the roads. There's a bunch of them that are just off in the middle of empty fields. Okay, Forgotten Highway required.
Level 2 keycard.
It's pretty much how every modern game's been going with me these days, where there's a few good decisions and about 15 baffling decisions. The missions are kind of interesting. That's why I wish I could actually, you know, find them. There's a lot of missions that are really helpful for training you how to do the various mechanics in the game, you know? Help you figure things out while getting little stamps for rewards. I mean, that's just it. They didn't get that impression from nowhere. There are people that literally judge a game's worth by how many hours of content it has. The content doesn't even necessarily need to be good. As long as it has 100 hours of content, they're like, yes, this is good game.
Found more games tower keys.
Good value. Spend $80, get 150-hour video game. Meanwhile, 99% of those hours were just boring bullshit. Yeah, I'm saying the P-switches are essential to the tutorial. Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't recommend picking up a Switch 2 in its current state. There's only one game. Wait until there's at least a few games that you want on it, at the very least. Because it really is just a hardware upgrade. The functionality differences between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 are mostly non-existent. The funny thing is, at this point, the Switch 2's biggest feature is just running a lot of Switch 1 games better.
Marking off the green boomerang.
Yeah, Pokemon's the easiest one to point at and go, its frame rate actually works now. Okay, what's the downside? The fields are so choked with Pokemon that you can barely see.
Toggle Tower of Hero big key on.
And it's actually kind of annoying to get through without tripping over them.
Tracking Ice
So, you
Pals
know,
map.
not necessarily a bad thing. Also, it still looks like shit, but I mean, that wasn't gonna change.
Tracking Flute. Even more Palace of Darkness keys.
Yeah, that's just the thing. Now that it runs better, it just makes it even more obvious how bad it looks. That do be how it is sometimes.
Picked up more Zelda bombs.
I have
You
all the
actually did
E-tanks.
it. You got all the E-tanks in the game.
Why do I have all the E-tanks? I have every E-tank, every reserve tank, and every power bomb. What the hell's going on in this scene?
Wrecked ship level 1 keycard is
Yeah,
now
I
yours.
probably should have went this
Toggle
way
3 bombs
first.
on.
You know what? I'll zip back over to Wreck Ship real quick. I don't want to leave those 3 checks. But first! It is nice to have Echo's Wisdom running properly, shame about it not being a very good game.
Toggling bombos on.
Breath of the Wild. A game I tried to like. Emphasis on tried. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't like open world slop. It's just how it is.
Found more explosive arrows. You now have 3 Misery Mire keys.
Elder String win. Okay. Even if I do admit that the open world works for Elden
Tracked
Ring,
X-ray scope.
I still don't like Souls games.
Marking off another missile. Is this even randomized?
Could I beat them? Yeah, I'm stubborn enough to beat any of those. Would I want to? Not really. I think Dark Souls is a very good series at what it's going for. I would actually call it a good series myself because, you know, it has a very specific goal in mind, and it does it. And you know what? Not a lot of other things to it. There's some imitators these days, but not very many of them get that right. At this point, I can respect a series that knows it's not going to work well for a good chunk of people, and does what it wants to anyways. Because that's become increasingly more rare. It's like it knows it's going to clash with people, but it just wants to do its thing, you know?
Cool. More pieces of heart.
Yeah, people seem to really like Lies of P. Now, of course, me having never played a Souls game, I don't actually have anything to contribute on that one, but hey, the enthusiasts like it, so it must be true. Or something. I mean, I guess there's also Bloodborne, but I mean, let's just face it, that's just... that was just PlayStation's Dark Souls. Oh god! Oh no!
Ha 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 ha. You must be real desperate. Very well, toggled spore spawn on.
Alright, nothing fancy.
Cool. More missiles.
Anyways, back to Redial. Honestly, that's kind of something about From Software in general. A lot of their games, because of how specific they are, feel more like they're something being developed by an indie studio. But they're really not. I mean, just look at the Armored Core series. That is definitely not a mass appeal series. So, quite frankly, in the current field of video
So many
games, that's
missiles.
pretty cool. Yeah, I literally just used Armored Core as a FromSoft example. If I was like 15 years younger, I'd probably be more into the punishing games again, but it's been too long, man. I'm good. Ah, the DMV. I hate the DMV. Hey, let me through the... There we go. Let me jump through the ceiling already. I guess XLR is one of those shows I never actually got to watch, but I feel like I'd probably enjoy it.
How ya doin' Sparky Fluffles?
Oh, 3 seasons, that's not bad. There's definitely a lot of shows over the years that I probably should sit down and watch at some point.
Okay. I know this isn't the best time, but could we talk about that promotion now? No? Oh, okay. Another time, then.
Hey, remember when I said I didn't want to leave those 3 items? Well, good thing I came back!
Okay.
Really trying to hide his dang house keys again. Yeah, I've experienced a DMV in both a small town and a city, and let me tell you, the city is where all the horror stories come from. Holy shit! I hated going to the DMV when I lived in this, like, general city region. That was the multi-hour DMV trips just to renew my goddamn license. But look, I'm just here to renew my license. It costs like $50 for the next 5 years. And I had to wait in this line for 2.5 hours so you could push a couple of buttons and take an up-to-date photo. Please, this is enough. Meanwhile, DMV in a small town, when I go in during the evening, hey, there's nobody here. Hey, made to renew my license. Cool.
Swamp Palace key is now yours.
That shovel was important. All right then. Bum. Yeah, we are legitimately in Hookshot Go mode, which is kind of cursed. Hopefully Hopefully it's just in Lower Norfair.
I hope you were quiet during the cutscene.
The city of DMV was massive, by the way. They had like 4 or 5 lines. It was right in the
Mark
central
Quake is
location,
required
so,
for
you know,
Ms. Remeyer.
that made things even worse. Just tons of people working there every day, and it was constantly so busy. Ugh. Thank goodness I only ever had to go there like
16 pieces of art in
twice.
this game. Do you think it's kinda cramped in there?
What, in the DMV? Hell yeah, it was. Just people everywhere. Very unpleasant. It's like, look, I want to still be able to drive. Turns out driving's an important skill.
Hey, could you spot me 20 bucks? Just one more.
One place I lived actually had good public transport. It was nice, but like, it was still a lot slower than just being able to drive. Not in the city, mind you, it was definitely faster to just get on transit most of the time. I like driving around in a small town. A lot of Canadian cities actually have pretty decent public transportation. In the case of some of them, the problem is less the public transportation and more how stupid the roads are. Looking at you, Toronto!
Marking off another 5 rupees. That's everything in Dessert Palace. Sig kill Lenmalas.
Oh, old Tirana. I haven't had the displeasure of experiencing Montreal traffic just yet. Actually, I did experience it a little bit. I passed through at one point. And it seemed on par with Quebec City. Which is to say, not great.
Added more primitive explosives.
The worst so far, though, has definitely been Manhattan. Jesus! I have some scary traffic. I don't want to have to deal with that one.
It is empty of content, but not empty of meaning. You can now carry more of an item you'll probably never run out of after the first 15 minutes. Good job on annihilating Golden Torizo.
I mean, I imagine most traffic in anywhere that has a really high population density is miserable. It's like people want to own cars. But the problem is, cars are expensive. Also, there's a lot of people in a small field of... in a small area. So that's
Tracked
just
Brinstar
asking for
level 2
trouble.
keycard.
Combine those two together and you get way too many people trying to drive on a very limited number of roads. I'd be perfectly fine with just a scooter, honestly, if it went fast enough. I just need something I can put groceries in. Only downside to that one is, well, it's not very safe. I only have 35 soups. I've got all this other stuff, but we ain't got no soup. No soup for me.
Do you have enough missiles yet?
Yeah, although whether or not a subway's effective means the trains have to come often enough and be able to hold enough people. Also have to have enough stopping points. Now, those poor electric bicycles get stolen a lot, too. That's the struggle with those. They're neat, but they're really likely to just suddenly disappear. Alright, Ridley, get down here and grab me. There you go.
Toggled Ridley on.
Ah, Hugh's battle theme. When I first played through Black 2, or White 2 in my case.
Your 50 rupees collection is getting somewhere.
Got to the goddamn rival boss battle theme. I'm like, wait, but this guy's an idiot. Why does he get such cool music? Damn it.
He was a very intense individual.
Yeah, the ROM hack I was playing, the streams got very low viewership, so unfortunately, I can't really dedicate myself to a 50-hour experience. He's a good big brother, but he's also very worrying. He was single-minded to a fault. I have actually finished that ROM hack on my own time, though. It's really good. Although I can't help but
Increasing
laugh
collection of 18.
that the battle that I had the most trouble with in the entire game was one that was even before the final challenges. It was just some random extra fella they added into the ROM pack at the end of the Victory Road. It's mostly because my team wasn't set up very well to deal with Sun teams.
That's about it.
You know what? I'm in such need of
Toggling
soups, I'm actually gonna go
Swamp
grab
Palace
that. This one that had the electric dart,
So many
Mustray,
superb
amongst other
missiles.
things. Let me tell you, you wanna know what a useful bond ended up being that was the entire time? Was Miss Magius. That was Ghost and Fairy. It's almost like
Having discount Fluttermane is still Fluttermane.
Okay.
what's that called again? I think it's like Volt White and Blaze Black? Redux, it was the 2024 edition, something like that. Volt White 2 and Blaze Black 2. It's definitely what I can recommend for people that enjoy those types of games. It reminded me of happier times when the series wasn't shit. Ah, yes! That's actually, okay. That particular cover for the Partners in Time Final Boss, Evelyn had already
So many
made
missiles.
a very good cover of that exact song from only like 3 years ago or something.
I'm suddenly feeling rather nauseous.
So
Is
for
that
it to get a
Craig's
remake
awful son
already
I'm
was a
sensing?
bit ridiculous, but I mean, the disadvantage of being a Patreon supporter, so I know that it was a poll up against several other better options. But I mean, still good. It's just that there were other songs that could have used more of an update. Excuse me? That fourth one didn't count as hitting? Ben, get your ass back here.
Toggled crate on. Marking off the Norfair boss keycard.
Unsurprisingly, with a lot of the monthly polls for the Patreon supporter stuff, it very much is a case of the popular thing wins. Whereas when I'm voting, I'm usually thinking, hey, what would actually fit Evelyn's style? Sadness.
Toggled Norfair level 1 keycard on.
I think it works really well in its own intended context. I mean, it's a sad boss fight song for a very sad context. It's like, sure, the shrooms are, you know, monstrous things, but at the end of the day, one side is, you know, experiencing genocide at the end of the day. Like, that's the insane part about that. In a frickin' Mario game, it's either the shrooms or the Mushroom Kingdom.
Cool.
That's pretty
More 20
extreme.
rupees.
It is way too dark.
Especially in a game where half your teammate is, half your party is babies.
Yeah, their planet was dying. At the end of the day, whichever side
nice.
loses that fight is no longer going to exist in general.
You don't really need to kill Crocomire, do you?
I wouldn't be surprised if the dark themes is why I didn't get a 3DS remake, yeah. Also, you know, Alpha Dream really needed money, so they went for the more popular game. Oh yeah, there was a lot of death in that game. There was a lot of toads that weren't coming back.
Increasing collection of superb missiles.
I mean, heck, Partners in Time, the very first place you go to,
Toggle
gets
Crocomire on.
massacred, like completely wiped out. Holly Jolly Village ain't so holly jolly when you get there.
Even more missiles.
Yeah, of all things, they ended up going a bit
You stumbled upon more
easier
missiles.
on the Yoshis. None of them actually died.
Yay! Instead, they got to experience, well, let's be fair, they got to experience what they do to other living creatures. Oh, grim fate!
Tossed another heart container onto the pile. Added more missiles.
Yeah, since you was less of an actual functional creature and more just a giant mechanized factory of sorts. Yo, Ranko, how's it going? Thanks for the party, mate. Welcome. Oh, I'm 100% Partners in Time is darker than Super Paper Mario. Yeah, sure, there's some dark stuff in Super Paper Mario, but it doesn't even compare.
Partners in Time is fucked up. Genuinely.
You now have 350 rupees.
Ah, yes, the toads that get turned into trees and are having the life force sucked out of them. Barely able to speak to you as they're hanging on by a single thread of existence. It's pretty brutal. Yeah, that's the thing with Partners in Time is every now and then it will have just a genuinely very silly moment.
Like those poor Hammer Bros that are forced to speak in leet speak because their brains are being controlled by the shrooms. Oh, it's so awful and dated, but it's very funny. It was funny even when the game was new because it was still out of date. It's like, oh my god, they didn't. They didn't. They did though.
It really makes me wonder what it was like in Japan.
Like, what's the Japanese like for that section?
Did they use Japan's specific, like, online type of speak? Because that'd be very funny. Wait, did they just switch which alphabet they were using for them? That's less funny.
Don't you have enough super missiles now? Tossed another 300 rupees onto the pile.
Oh man, yeah, the W spam! Because they had moments when they were laughing. It would have been a perfect opportunity to just type W's. How much EXP did the Anakin's just get?
Your Skullwood's key collection is getting somewhere.
I'm over leveled. Damn. You know what? I'm right next to the door, and there's literally nothing else in the entirety of Super Metroid, so I guess we're just gonna go beat the game now. Alright, Metroids, gather up, gather up! There you go. No spring ball, so I can't really avoid these things easily anyways. A fashionable hat! To go with the hats that these links already have. Partners in Time is a bit of a strange game to go to if you've never played it before. It's one of those games that's considerably better on a second playthrough than it is on a first.
Get ready for the baby skip.
If it's talking in terms of just weirdness of content, then yeah, Superstar Saga is definitely weirder. Never forget with Superstar Saga, the relationship between Luigi and Prince Peasley. What is it with Luigi and people in the royal family? Prince and princesses, just dig them. his irresistible charm and moustache. No, I think we're good to go over to... Oh, hey. I guess I haven't done this very much today. Hey, Tracker, track content.
Yay. More content.
Oh no, old man in chair! The most dangerous enemy! I mean, I was being sarcastic. Just because of the mental imagery, like, you put him next to Sturm and it's just kind of sad. In terms of, like, visual design. It kind of says a lot when the most interesting new black hole design to come out of Advanced Horse Dual Strike was Jugger. Frickin' Jugger. They took Flack and they put him in a sphere. Oh.
You got a killer track?
Uh.
Every song's gotta end.
Oh, thank goodness. I was stuck. I couldn't move.
I don't know what happened there, but hey, hitting me got me unstuck, so it's all good.
Toggle big brain on. Nice stand-up glitch. Only 17 shots. Hi again, G-Bolt.
It's so weird too. According to that sprite, I was stuck partway through the Morphall animation, which doesn't even make any sense. What the heck
Good to see you,
happened?
Alakazam trainer.
There we go. Alright, where in Link to the Past is the hook shot? Hey tracker, enable hints.
Toggled hints on.
Hey tracker, what's in Palace of Darkness?
I don't think you'd care about anything in there but the crystal.
Okay.
Good to see you, Hawkblade 573.
Hey tracker, disable hints.
Fine. Figure it out yourself.
I just wanted to make sure that one item that was still there wasn't it. First things first, I'm genuinely curious about this. Okay, so it's either Swamp Mire or Tower of Hera. One of the three. Today I'm gonna bet on Tower of Hera. I know it's not in the basement, because that was hinted as a useless item. So I just have to check upstairs. Yep, quotes around no, because maybe the hint's lying again. It said Paradox Cave was useless.
F-Zero TV.
Matt. Hey tracker, enable hints.
I am here to help.
Hey tracker, what's in Tower of
Added
Hera
more
big
missiles.
key chest?
3 items left in Tower of Hera. I doubt Madeline would care about what's at Tower of Hera big key chest. 2 items left in Tower of Hera. Recorded that hint tile.
Just making
Toggle
sure.
10 arrows on.
Hey tracker, disable hints.
Good. One less thing that I have to do.
Alright, first guess was incorrect! I got a 50-50 chance now.
Increasing collection of 20 rupees. One more to go in here. Sig Kill Moldurm. Nice to see you
Next
there, the
guess?
crowded house.
Swamp Palace itself. Yeah, there's literally nothing that GT can have of much use at this point, so we're good on that one. It might be a spring ball or something. It'd be funny if this would just tell me.
Whoops.
Nope.
You were supposed to see that one sooner.
Hey, you know why Hyrule Castle is Sway the Hero? Like I said, it had a castle tower small key in it.
Found more pieces of heart. 9 treasures left.
So I can go climb Castle Tower to get Dark World access.
Added more 20 rupees. 8 treasures left.
Darkest Nintendo game in general, that is a tough one. Because there's a lot of stuff that probably never got localized as well that's probably quite dark. Mother 3's pretty rough, that is true. Joyce Maps definitely up there, that's correct.
Good job on getting the bug catching net. 7 items left in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing with Prime. I don't know which one to put on
You
there.
now have 18 pieces of heart. 6 items left in Swamp Palace.
Because all 3 of the Primes have some pretty brutal stuff in them. Yeah. Earthbound / Mother 2 is definitely more silly than anything. And Moonside's just a really bad drug trip. I mean, the only really that you see when you get out of there even tells you what you were doing. You were thrashing about in a warehouse, destroying boxes. Ness and Jeff were on a bad trip, oh god. Yeah, Max isn't that bad. He's just a dastardly evil clown.
Ah. You made a friend. 5 items left in Swamp Palace.
Can you just imagine Ness and Jeff on that trip, though, from the outside perspective? This guy just watching them thrash about in the storage room of that one bar. Just kind of standing off in the distance like, what the hell are these kids doing? Alright, it's Meyer.
Tracking
Fine.
Spring Ball.
I'm
4
going.
treasures left.
Me failing to guess the correct thing? Who'd have seen that one coming? Yeah, I forget exactly which NPC it was, but one of the NPCs tells you what they were actually doing rather than the whole moonside thing. And the mental image of them just standing there watching you do that is very funny. It's kind of like leaning back with that look in their eyes. It's like, what the hell are those kids on? Okay, it's a mouse in the same room. Mouse just kind of staring at you. It's like, you all right? You good? I was happy I was able to finally find a way to experience Earthbound where I could get through the whole thing. I tried to play it on my own a few times, but the game's just kinda a little dull by yourself.
Tracked quarter magic. 7 treasures left.
I mean, the bar owner was busy doing bar owner things, so, you know, handling the front of the room.
You now have 2220 rupees. 6 items left in miserable mire.
I mean, the base, like, the first 2 checks in Hera had a couple of good things.
Marked ice beam at compass room top left.
Well, there's the ice beam. Don't need that anymore.
Hoarding more 10 arrows. 5 treasures left.
Okay, let's be fair now. Rare Donkey Kong game over screens. Specifically, Donkey Kong Country 2. The first one, I mean, it's just DK and Diddy getting beat up. That is what happened to lead to the game over, yes. The second one, though, it's Diddy and Dixie captured. A little darker, a little darker. The third one, however...
It's Kitty and Dixie in a crib. Not exactly dark, just dumb.
Found more Zelda bombs. 4 items left in misery mire. So many heart pieces. 3 items left in miserable mire. Increasing collection of missiles. 2 treasures left.
I mean, Kitty's face was definitely horrifying, so this is fair enough. There it is.
Good job on getting the hooking shot.
Hey,
Just one
Tracker,
more.
it's pizza time.
Toggled go mode. On.
Oh, Funky Kong and his history of just being OP. Funky, if you're able to fly so quickly from world to world, why didn't you just fly straight to the end? I've been no good, man. You gotta beat all the stages. Collect the Kong letters. Unfortunately, I can only really hear Funky's voice as like the one from the old DKC cartoon. We'll call it a cartoon. The 3D animated monstrosity. Oh, hell yes! I mean, Grim may be terrible, but he's damn fun to play. And you know what? That's more than can be said about other COs that are kind of terrible. Sure, it's hard on the nerves, but oh, it's fun.
Is this underwater? Yay. More missiles. 3 items left in Swamp Palace. 2 treasures left. Why are there 2 of these in the pool? Added more missiles. 1 item left in Swamp Palace.
Ah, Grim, you're never out of position as long as you hit them harder back. Accuracy leaving something to be desired today. Very funny.
This is now my favorite stick. That's the last of them. Marked Argus as defeated.
I mean, if you're looking for the dark version of Advanced Wars, that's just Days of Ruin. That one's pretty dark. If it wasn't for the, like, comically evil bad guy behind it all, at least. The world is dark as hell, the villain less so. The villain's more of a creep than anything else. Ugh. Days of Ruin is the last of, like, actual Advanced Wars title. They tried to get different with it since the regular series wasn't selling all that great anyways. It's essentially a much darker take on the whole formula, but they also fundamentally changed the gameplay, so all the different COs were a lot more homogenous, which people didn't really care for. Yeah, it's very much the Shadow the Hedgehog of the Advanced Wars series. People will like us more because the game's way edgier. I mean, just look at our villain, he's all dark. Well, actually, he's quite the opposite of dark, he's pale as shit, but I mean... Yeah, 2 is definitely where most of the reference for the series comes from. Dual Strike's fine, but it kind of overdid it. Also, it's kind of ugly. Lots of cool characters in Dual Strike, though. That's one big thing. And what's not to love? Dual Strike gave us Grim! And Sasha! Hey, if it's your jam, there's also Kindle! She's a real bitch!
If I could snore, I would.
is one of those CMs that feels very satisfying to play correctly.
So many superb missiles. 26 items left in Ganon's tower.
Well, I found the third
25
shield.
items left in Ganon's
It's not gonna
tower.
do very much good at this
Do
point.
you really need this?
Cole is just worse at her, yeah.
Neat. 24 treasures left.
People always say when Sammy's broken. If you're facing the CPU, I guess. If you're facing a human player, they're not gonna leave their base open for you. Now, that said,
You now
if you
have
do have a
9 more
capture
heart containers than
requirement
you
to
started
just
with.
end the match,
23
then yes,
items left
they're
in Ganon's
ridiculous. It's like, if the HQ doesn't matter and you can just win through capturing a bunch of properties, then oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the most recent Fire Emblem is Fire Emblem Colgate Edition. Where, from what I know of Fire Emblem enthusiast types, the gameplay's actually really good. The everything else is really... Get him! Get him! Some real bad teleport RNG, but we take those.
Rip Ganon. Timer paused. Is it finally over? Can I go home now?
First try. Oh god, that's sad. That song's even sadder now with what happened to Tango. And so completes another week. And despite me playing the entirety of 2 games, it actually ended up being a bit faster than usual. But having to tell you nothing new, I'm just more talking about the fact that they made an extremely good game and then proceeded to essentially get fired. Microsoft continues to perplex me. It's like, you get an extremely good passion-filled project that sells great numbers, and then you just fire them? What? Yeah, they acquired Tango, but like, here's the thing, they probably only acquired a fraction of Tango, because that was still a good chunk of time. So they probably lost several members of the original team between one owner and the next. Also, it's the owners of PUBG's Battlegrounds, so that makes me nervous in and of itself. It's one of those things. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm very cautious about the whole thing. I mean, it's pretty clear that Microsoft's trying to get out of the whole gaming business. They've been just kind of bleeding everything. I don't know why they spent billions on Activision Blizzard. That was just so stupid. There's no universe where they ever see that money back. There's no possible situation where that money gets made back. I have seen a billion universes, and 0 of them involve you making a profit off of this deal. I mean, I'm guessing they're trying to pivot out of game dev. It doesn't seem like they're putting much effort into it these days. Yeah, the ice beam was in the compass room of GT, so that's the one over on the right-hand side at the start. Man, the music timing on that is strangely different between the two versions of the randomizer. Oh. Alas. It's just one of those things where AAA gaming's a bit of a mess at the moment. Indie gaming's still going strong, baby! It never stops! AAA's all over the goddamn place!
I'm actually way more intelligent than ChatGPT. I'm just lazy.
I mean, even being lazier, that's still true, Tracker. Don't discredit yourself that badly. Oh, alright, that's gonna go ahead and do it for me today, though. If you enjoy the content, please give it a follow. It helps the channel grow. Gets those numbers going on up. We need to succeed here on Twitch.tv. On the YouTube side of things, give it a subscribe. You'll get the notifications as well. I'll be back on tomorrow, probably with some monkey randomizer, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Yes. Hope everybody's having themselves a good one, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. I need to figure out what I'm doing for dinner. Maybe I'll get a burger or something.